I don't really say this that often, but there's something that the papers forgot.
What's up, YouTube? Today I thought I would do an entire Whole Foods haul for you guys. My husband Steve and I just got back from Whole Foods, so I figured I would share exactly what I got, where I got it, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. But before we start, please be sure to like and subscribe down below for more content and to help support my channel. And I love you guys so much, so let's do this. First of all, we have Miss Lily here. Being naughty per usual because I'm not paying attention to her. She is a very curious puppy. She's about 5 months old, cockapoo. She wants to say hello. Okay, hello, goodbye. Okay, so let's start off with these English muffins. I honestly don't really eat a lot of English muffins because they don't really fill me up, but I came home, tried one of these today, and they're actually very filling. They're only 15 grams of carbs too, which is unreal for an English muffin that actually fills you up. Here it is. It's like just made with spelt. Highly recommend putting eggs and feta on top of it, possibly avocado and Smart Balance butter. Oof, so good. Got my favorite soup ever. I used to eat this a lot in college, and Lily, you would have to go out right now. Life with a puppy, guys. Shall we resume? This is honestly my favorite soup ever. It's red pepper and tomato soup from Pacific, and it is so freaking good. I mean, it's like 16 grams of carbs, too fat for a cup of it, but it's so worth it. It's so good, so creamy. We make this pumpkin mixture, pumpkin puree, protein powder, PB2 powder, and coconut flour, and it's really good. But you know, if we have any baking purposes or need it for baking, coconut flour is really good. It makes everything very fluffy. So grabbed some more of that. Pancake mix. I love pancakes, absolutely love them, but I hate the junk in them and the sugar and just the crap that you get like with other brands of pancake mixes. So I did some searching in the aisle and I found these bad boys, and the macros are really good. They're just 26 grams of carbs and 3 protein and 0 fat for 35 grams of mix. All you do is add water. So I really like pancake mixes where you can just literally add water. It's super easy and super quick, because I find myself, if I'm having to add ingredients all the time and make it all the time, like every day, I get really lazy and I stop using the mix. So this one looks really good, and there's only 6 grams of added sugar. But then this one, there's only 3 grams of sugar total, and that kind of the same macros. But all you do with this one is add water to it too. But I liked that it was sprouted grain. It's supposed to help nutrients absorb into your body easier, having a grain like this. I'll let you guys know in like a full day of eating soon which one I like more. So pasta sauces, 365, I think that is Whole Foods brand if I'm correct. If I'm not, let me know in the comments below. But we picked up portobello mushroom, 4 cheese, a marinara. And the macros are good on this. There's only 3 grams of sugar total. That's really good for a pasta sauce because you can find that a lot of them contain a lot of processed sugar, which isn't bad, but I prefer to minimize my processed sugar just because it makes my skin break out and all of that. Lettuce head. So I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you do, you might have seen my story the other night on Steve and I making wedge salads. And what you want to do is just cut it into 4s, and we use this Caesar dressing. We top it with mustard, fat-free feta, and pepper. You can also add like avocado, tomatoes, stuff like that to make it a little more flavorful, but they're so good and so addicting and so fresh. So I highly recommend wedge salads. I'll do a full day of eating again soon and hopefully include these. For salads, we really like the Earthbound brand just because it's very, very fresh, and it's just, you can literally taste the freshness in it. So arugula, we really like arugula. It's kind of like a bitter taste, kind of spicy. It's very hard to explain, but we like arugula, and then we like mixed baby greens. So we'll switch up between those. We'll have a salad every night with dinner. And then to top it, I love beets, but sometimes obviously you really don't want to eat them raw because they don't necessarily taste the best raw, like on a salad. So I went ahead and got some pickled beets. Here they are in the like, little package here. But they're already cooked for you, and all you have to do is just like slice it up and throw it on your salad. Very good and very sweet, adds a little bit of more flavor to your salads. So for eggs, now I swear there is a difference between cage-free organic eggs versus the generic eggs. The organic, cage-free, all of that, those eggs are very golden. The yolk is golden, and it tastes a ton different than the generic eggs. And I don't know specifically if that's a thing. I don't want to sit here and say that they're better for you or they are for sure different. I can just literally taste the difference. So that's my opinion on them. So when I eat just egg white, I'll do the generic, but when I do have the yolk, I want to make sure it contains as much nutrients as possible. So I will use something like this, cage-free, organic. They're cage-free. So I do see difference. Some people don't taste the difference, but I do. That's why I eat, like, we have generic in our fridge and cage-free. That's why, because of the yolk. Organic bananas. So I'm sure you guys have seen me do grocery hauls in the past or full days of eating where I'm eating organic bananas versus generic. And I don't know if this is a thing, but I swear that the organic bananas are sweeter than the generic. They just taste a lot different than the generic one. So we do splurge on organic bananas. Another thing that we notice generic versus organic sweetness is sweet potatoes. We do get the organic sweet potatoes when we can, but if you can't get organic sweet potatoes because they're too expensive, try and find the darkest sweet potato you can, like the most rich in color, because we've noticed that the lighter brown sweet potatoes taste a little bit tasteless versus the more red or richer in color sweet potatoes. They're a lot sweeter. So that's just what we've noticed. Okay, so we got some honey. We usually don't eat a lot of honey. When our carbs get high, which Steve is now, instead of cutting, he's going back into bulking mode. We like to use honey for our carbs. It's just a natural source of carbs, and you don't have to shove down a ton of Pop-Tarts to reach that 500 gram of carb mark. So honey is a great way if you guys do have like a lot of carbs to eat. It digests very well, and it doesn't make you feel full like, you know, eating a ton of cereal or Pop-Tarts would. So honey is a great option for that. We also got honey because we got cornbread mix, and we're very excited to make this. This brand, Bob's Red Mill, is very good, very nutrient dense, so we're excited to make this. And I think you do have to add like oil and eggs and milk and stuff like that, but we'll kind of modify and do almond milk, olive oil, eggs are fine, but yeah, so. If you can't tell, our dogs are very spoiled, so we got them organic cookies. Oh my gosh, we're ridiculous. We're probably gonna get made fun of, but these are organic cookie chicken recipe cookies. They just looked really good in the package, and our girls are so spoiled, like they won't eat any regular treat. They have to have the organic, rich goodness treats. So that's our dogs for you. It's our fault though, right? Like us as parents, it's our fault for making our children that way. Oh my gosh, these carrots are so good, so flavorful. What we'll do is roast them in the oven and put a little salt on it, pepper, maybe like rosemary. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And we'll spray some olive oil spray. If you want to do them in just plain olive oil, like toss them in olive oil and then put them in the baking. It's really, really good. So put them in the baking oven. My goodness, can't speak today. Okay, so these are fingerling potatoes. These are also really, really good, roasted in the oven. So good. So we'll just like slice them long ways, half ways. We will either toss them in oil and put seasoning on them, or just place them on the baking sheet, spray, put our seasoning on, and then place them in there. Very, very good. Very good source of carbs and fiber as well. My favorite almond milk and coconut milk brand is Califia. And it's just so good because it's so creamy and rich. It's honestly the best. Compared to Silk or anything like that, this is the way to go for sure. And it does have a little bit more fat than the others, but I swear it's just seriously the best thing. So I do lattes in this, I do protein shakes in this, I do oatmeal. I use this like 3 times a day. It's so good. This is another one of our dressings, honey mustard from Bolthouse. And this one's very good, and it has a sweet taste to it. Love it. In terms of chicken, I feel like when I don't go organic, no antibiotics, free range, all of that, when I don't do that and buy like Tyson chicken or generic chicken, I feel like that chicken is pretty gamey and I can taste a difference. So I do splurge on my chicken, and I do the organic, you know, free range kind of chicken, and I notice a huge difference in taste and freshness. So one of the things we'll do is use rosemary to bake our chicken or carrots or anything like that that needs a little bit more flavor. This is a great way to add some natural flavor to your food. So here's the next thing. We have some organic ground beef. Steve got 90/10. This is Steve's. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you can literally ask mostly any butcher if they can grind up a certain percentage for you in case they don't have it laying out in the behind the glass. So you can ask them, hey, can you by chance grind 90/10 beef for me, and they most likely will do that for you. And that's something one of my friends Laura told me, and it is a game changer. So we got some salmon from Iceland. We love salmon. Sauerkraut. And this one is no preservatives, and I think it is unpasteurized. Gluten-free, all of that. And the thing about sauerkraut is that it has probiotics in it. So I eat this as like a little snack in a bowl, just 1 or 2 times a day, and it's supposed to be good for your digestive system. So you can add this to anything too, like any meal. It's just kind of a nice little vinegary flavor. I really like it. I got some 93.7 beef just because I want my beef a little bit lower in fat than Steve, because my fat isn't very high right now, and I'd rather eat my fat in like peanut butter, olive oil, eggs, stuff like that, rather than filling it with ground beef, if that makes sense. So there's nothing wrong with a higher percentage of fat for beef, but I prefer to use my fat elsewhere. Avocados. A good way to choose an avocado is if it's not too squishy, but not too firm. So these are some good ones. Whole Foods has the best produce right now ever since Amazon took over, we've noticed. So their mushrooms, they look really good, right? So we'll saute these in eggs and all of that. Salad topper, some tomatoes, and these orange ones are very sweet, very good. They're my favorite ones. Pickles, you guys know my love for pickles. Well, these are honestly the most fresh pickles I've ever had. And they're not too salty, not like, they don't hurt your stomach like some pickles would if you eat too many. But these pickles are so good, they're just so fresh, so I highly recommend. Back to the produce from Whole Foods. Their sweet onions are out of this world. They're so good compared to like Kroger or Meijer or wherever we go. Their onions are so freaking good at Whole Foods, so highly recommend. I really like stevias, and I've never tried the strawberry flavor, so I'm really excited for that. I usually do like the grape or the cola flavor, but these are very, very good. They're made with stevia, and I think something else, I want to say a little bit of citric acid. Citric acid and stevia. Very good. Highly recommend. And then in terms of other drinks we like these LaCroix, these kiwi watermelon, I believe. Kiwi Sandia. What a flavor. These are very good. Very refreshing over ice. And then we also have the orange ones, which are one of my favorite too. And I think that's it. So normally we don't shop at Whole Foods like every single week because it obviously is very expensive, but we love to go there a few times a month just because their produce is so fresh and their meat is so fresh, and we just love going in there. It's an amazing experience. all of that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this grocery haul. Please stay tuned for more. I am now doing videos every Tuesday and Friday, launching at 6 a.m. Eastern. So I'm finally on that YouTube schedule for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy what's to come. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Again, please be sure to like this video and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.